Get into is the New York Giants. Now the New York Giants are cooking something very special. They're in a packed division. They're coming off a season where they just went 10-7. So that's a very good year for the Giants. A lot of people didn't expect that. A lot of people didn't expect Daniel Jones to do so well. A lot of people did Saquon Barkley to have a healthy season. Daniel Jones, man, he didn't have much weapons, and he's did good with the Giants without even having a lot of weapons. But now this year he's gonna have Darius Slayton, who's coming off a solid year, who could get better, and now he's gonna have Paris Campbell. Now Paris Campbell, I believe he's gonna do very good with the Giants. Breakout season incoming. Paris Campbell is a very good wide receiver. I think he's pretty talented. I think Daniel Jones can make it work with him. I think he can really make it work with him. Then you got Wan'Dale Robinson still. You got what's his name, Hodgins. Then you got Darren Waller on the Giants now. So the Giants have a shot at really doing something well. The Giants can really make it far with this team. They can make a run, maybe a big run in the playoffs. Because, I mean, look, their division is stacked. Don't get me wrong. But if they did what they did in that stacked division, now they have more weapons. They have a good defense. They drafted Deonte Banks. I think the Giants have a shot at really doing something special, man, and really creating something great. Now, let's touch a little bit more on Paris Campbell. Now, Paris Campbell is coming off a year where he put up 623 yards. And, I mean, that's not really bad for someone that's had horrible quarterback play. I mean, Matt Ryan was damn near terrible. The Colts as a whole was just a dumpster fire. It was pretty bad out there in Indy, man. The quarterbacks was mid. They even went to Nick Foles. Like, come on, bro. Some things is just impossible to play with. But I think with Daniel Jones, who's coming off a pretty good season, I do think that this 623 yards, it could possibly turn into 1,000 yards, man. I have high faith in Paris Campbell, and I really think that he could explode. I really think he could have a good year, and he's due for a good year. He went to Ohio State. He's a very great player. He showed he's good. Why not put faith in him? I mean, Daniel Jones, he had a good first season in his career, 3,000 yards, 24 TDs, 12 intos. That was solid. Then he had a drop off for 2 years. The next year after that first year, he had 11 TDs, 10 intos with less than 3,000. Then the year after that, he had a similar season. This year, he's improved pretty well. 3,200 yards, 15 TDs, 5 interceptions. So I like what Daniel Jones did this year. I think he had a pretty great year. And that's only passing. I'm not even mentioning rushing. When you look at rushing, he's also had a above average year, 708 yards with 7 TDs. So this man is quick on his feet, and it's a lot of things he could do good. So I think with weapons like Paris Campbell, that 15 TDs could definitely go up to 25. And I do think he's probably going to throw more picks due to the fact that he has more weapons. But I do think it could go at least up to 4,000 because he's going to try to make some crazy throws at 4,000, and he could at least have 25 TDs or maybe like 8 intos, probably maybe like a Trevor Lawrence type of season. And then if you look at Darren Waller, the Giants got Darren Waller. I get he's not always healthy, but when he's healthy, he's a very good player. He had 2 back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, a 100 reception-yard season with 9 TDs in that same season with the Raiders. So I do think he's also going to do very well as long as he's healthy. But he's coming off a year where he had a down year due to not being healthy. But I think he's going to be right this time. And this is just all these things, man. All these things with the Giants, it makes you really want to just believe in them, man. A lot of people don't believe in them, but I do believe in the Giants because I think the dudes that they're getting for Daniel Jones is perfect for his play style. And a lot of people, they aren't believing in the Giants, right? They're not, but I do. That's what I'm just trying to say. I do. They got Deonte Banks, who's a very good cornerback. They got Adoree Jackson, who I think they could both be a good duo with each other. They got McKinney in the secondary. So this is a good secondary. They got Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence on the D line. They got who else? Azeez Ojulari. So the Giants have a good defense, man. And I think with all these weapons and the good O line that they have, the good defense, I think they're due for a big year. I'm from New York, so I'm definitely gonna always hope the Giants get a big year, even though I'm a Chiefs fan. But I think they're definitely due for a big year. And we can't forget, they got Jalen Hyatt. I forgot to even mention that. They have Jalen Hyatt, who's a very good deep threat. They got a top 2 center in the draft, John Michael Schmitz. He might be the best in the draft. They got a very good running back in Eric Gray that Saquon Barkley is definitely going to do a great job mentoring him. But I love the John Michael Schmitz pick and the Jalen Hyatt pick. So the Giants, they had a pretty solid draft to add on to what they just did. And yeah, man, they're cooking up something special. They're cooking up something very special. And that Hyatt one, that was definitely a good pick. So my quality may sound a little worse 'cause I'm on a new device. I just broke the device I was using for the other half of the video, but we still gonna be touching on the Giants. So I really love what the Giants did. I think Brian DeBoer, getting him as a head coach, it really changed their team, and I think he's a very great head coach. As you can see, when Brian DeBoer left, Josh Allen just started making senseless turnovers, right? And then when Brian DeBoer was on the Giants, Daniel Jones stopped making senseless turnovers. So I think he's coaching Daniel Jones very well. And I think the Giants are doing a very good job. Now, I know it's tough to be a good team when you're in a division with teams like the Eagles and the Cowboys and even the Commanders, who has a chance to be something special. So it's very hard for the New York Giants. It's very hard. But I do think if Daniel Jones could put together another big season like that, then the Giants would be good. And you also gotta love what Saquon Barkley did. I mean, we used to Saquon Barkley getting injured a lot, but this year he was actually on the field all year. He was healthy. He was playing well. He had like over 1,000 and 300 yards or something like that, maybe more. He was receiving well. This dude was doing a lot, and it was just honestly, it was good to watch, man, because we know Saquon Barkley has been through a lot with injuries and stuff like that. But we know he's one of the most talented running backs in the league. And when he's on the field, you could literally see his talent. Just the way how he could literally catch, he could run routes. He run routes like a wide receiver. He's super athletic. He's a red zone threat. He could do it all, man. He breaks out for big runs. He's very fast and elusive. He could juke. He could break tackles. So he's just a running back that has everything in his game. And then when you combine that with Daniel Jones, who's a dual threat quarterback that can make plays, is why the Giants were so successful on offense. And now that they have people like Paris Campbell and Jalen Hyatt, they could be even more scary because last year they really didn't have that much good of a receiving core. But now they're cooking up something. They got Paris Campbell, Jalen Hyatt, Wandell Robinson, and Darius Slayton. So I really love what the Giants is doing. And yeah, man, all they have to do is do well this year. Hopefully, the receivers is clicking. Daniel Jones got to prove that season wasn't a fluke. After he's got a big contract, he has to go out there and do that again. And the Giants will be very good. And they're also doing better on defense as well. They just got Deontay Banks, who's a very good cornerback to pair up with Adoree Jackson. So that secondary is getting better. The Giants are coming. And I do think they have a chance to at least be second in the division. I mean, I don't know. The Eagles and Cowboys is very hard, man. I'm going to make a Cowboys video soon. It's very hard. So they could still be third, but just because they third doesn't mean they're not making the playoffs. The Giants can make the playoffs. And I do think that they have a shot at being Super Bowl contenders one day. It's been your boy, AJ Productions, and I'm out, man. Peace.